LaCroix. Guys, I used to think LaCroix was absolutely disgusting. And then I pretty much gave up soda. And I missed like carbonation in my drinks. And now I drink LaCroix. And oh, it's so good. Just waiting for you guys to jump on if anybody's on. Um, we'll see. Just gotta hold out. Got one person. Hello. Usually it takes a few minutes and then people start rolling in, especially this time of night is usually pretty busy. But usually I'm out with the horses and currently, nope, I just got a horse sweatshirt on. What you drinking? Key lime LaCroix. I'm a sucker for it because I kind of gave up soda. And so this has the carbonation without like the sugar and stuff. So LaCroix is my drink of choice. Guilty. And there's a lot of people who can't stand it, but for me it's like I don't like flat plain drinks. I love something with carbonation, so these kind of saved my life when I stopped drinking soda. And I'm not going to say that I always, and that's the thing, carbonation. But I'm not going to say I never drink soda, but not very often. Ooh, just plain water for me. Did have a Coke Zero earlier. First one in about a month. Hello, one smart ape. How are you today? I like how your picture and your name are just great together. ¿Cómo estás? Hello. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Am I even saying that right? I know nothing about Spanish. So if I said that right, yay. Spruce, did you see the newest video that I put out of Lovey? I don't know either. Oh, okay. That makes two of us. I worked with Lovey today and Galveston. Hello, Beachcomber. Yeah, isn't her I'm shocked. I'm still shocked. I'm still like I don't know what kind of hunting season is going on right now, but someone was shooting a gun not very far from us. She made me cry too, Spruce. Somebody was shooting a gun, one of the neighbors, and Lovey was so calm and just so chill about the whole thing. And I was shocked because I'm like, great, someone's shooting. And I didn't realize that until I got out in the pasture with her and I was like, well, let's just try it. And I was really proud of her. Spanish is spoken by Spanish people. I am not a Spanish man. We had fireworks tonight. Is it? I'm like, what kind of hunting season is going on right now? Like, deer season ended, so I don't know if it's a special season or if somebody was just shooting. I mean, that happens around here, but I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. Right when I took her out is when it started. And so I'm like, ugh, okay, well, we're out here, and she wasn't reacting. Like, she would kind of look around, but she wasn't reacting. So, bison season or hog infestation. Okay. There's no hogs or bison around here unless like they're like domesticated bison. We're in Minnesota. It's duck season. Oh. We have a duck season too, but it's definitely well, it wouldn't be ducks because we're not really close to water. So yeah, it's a horse and she came from a kill lot, and so hey Lee, welcome. Welcome. We're in Minnesota. So we do have a duck season. We're very close to Wisconsin and Iowa as well. So we do have a duck season. I hunt deer, and that's it. I have eaten duck. I think it tastes like swamp, personally. No, we don't. We have domesticated bison, but we don't have any like wild bison like roaming around. They're not like deer. We have deer, but no bison. Actually, a lady I knew had bison. They had a bison that they could ride. His name was Cody the Buffalo, and he was amazing. And I got to meet him and give him Oreos, and it was awesome. You do have their habitat, though, right? Yeah, technically. Technically. I think. How is Lee tonight? We're, I know, I feel wrong almost coming on a live without a horse. There's a horse on my sweatshirt, but I feel kind of bad coming on here without a horse. Normally I have a horse with me, around me, somewhere by me, and there's no horse here. I feel like I need to get my horse picture and put it over here so that so that we can be with a horse, because I'm always with my horses. But hide user. Oh wow. I think we hid them at the same time. I'm busy. Yeah, the mini actually got bailed, much to my husband's happiness. Yeah, you can smile and wave. What's up? Do you need something? Do you want to talk to me, honey? We can talk on YouTube. So the mini was bailed. So somebody else bailed him, which I'm kind of thankful for, because as I was spending time with my horses today, it's just a lot of work, and we're wanting to move this year and just realizing it would be a lot of extra work adding another, and we do want to, but just maybe not the right timing, because I need to figure out stuff with the ones that I've currently bailed. So we're just kind of, bison is being reintroduced. Okay, well, not in my part. Not in my part of Minnesota. Maybe in other parts. That's interesting. Google might know more than me. Oh, I hope Lee. I mean, he was so cute, but it's like I realize like how much time like my minis are taking, and then you know, I want to, if I rescue, I want to be able to take care of them really well, and if I can't do that, you know. Big John is with the Dead Bear Zoo guy. Okay, what? Esme, I don't know. Esme, I don't know what we're talking about. Where's Big John? Oh, Big John's great. I just got a picture of him. I posted it on my community page the other day. He was wearing a Santa Claus hat. He also gave Santa and Mrs. Claus rides, apparently around a park in a sleigh, and I'm hopefully going to see him next month. So I'm very excited for that. That's what a lot of people have said, like, oh, you should hire, or you should like hire, or just have people come like volunteer their time and stuff. And I'm like, right now I only have 5, so it's not like too much work for me, but it's just like, you know, when do I stop? Because I don't want to, you know, take on more than I can. Also, okay, you can go away. You're gonna get Shashani. You're getting blocked. Bye, Felicia. There he goes. That was fun. Esme, I did do a shout out. Hi, what's up? So we are in Minnesota, and in Minnesota right now it's 7:30 at night. So yeah, 7:30 at night. Here's the Jesus loves you people. I think the Jesus Loves You people need to have like their own whole group. 5 horse, 50 million cats, 2 dogs, 4 kids, and a husband. Not enough time in a day. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. And like, there's some things like we lost our golden retriever, and so we have 2 dogs, but Basie is, Basie's very old. So we've thought of getting another dog, another golden, but we're kind of holding out on that because we did have 3 dogs for quite a while and it was fine, but it's just like we're holding out on that. And then like every spring we get ducks, and so we have a lot going on. Like, yeah, Jesus is Lord, like oh dear, you're just, the YouTube evangelists are starting to get really annoying. We forgot the chickens. Yeah, the chickens, and then we have a bunny coming. A little Holland lot bunny. And she's gonna be in the house because the last one, we're not sure what happened. But something got her. And we have no idea what. She was securely in her cage when we found her, so we are keeping our new bunny completely in the house. And so that's an adventure and a half. It will be very fun. I love rabbits. 4 dogs, and I'm always busy training 15 other dogs, so I know how I feel. Yeah, dogs are a full-time commitment too. I feel like dogs require a lot of interaction and social, like mental engagement. Horses is like, they do, but I feel like it's somewhat less. They're very content to sit and eat and be relaxed. 2 dwarf rats, cute. We had a bunny and she passed away a couple of weeks ago. So her name was Pancake, and we had another bunny named Corn Dog. And so we had Corn Dog and Pancake, and we have no bunnies right now. But we're going to be getting an inside rabbit. And we name our bunnies after food. So, yeah, I think we're gonna name her Cotton Candy and call her Cotton for short because she's all white and lop-eared. But she's just a baby, so she's not ready to leave her mom yet. Yeah, cats are a whole different breed of cat. Oh, Corn Dog. If you scroll back far enough in my videos, in my shorts, you can see my bunnies. And I miss them. Rabbits are a lot of fun. They're actually very social. Are there any hares? Domesticated, I've seen a couple of domesticated ones, but no, at least not where I'm from. Hi, Irina. It was good. I got to spend a lot of time with my horses, and so that was fun. So, are there any hares? I like hares, but they're apparently very difficult to raise domesticated. This is just what I've heard, is that they're kind of like nervous. Did you give them last names? No. No. Hares are very hard domesticated because they really easily frighten and like bounce off the walls apparently. I thought about owning a hare once, but I just own the hairs on my head. No, that was stupid. I don't know why I said that. Our rabbits are big. Yeah, hares ears are so much longer, and their back feet are like super long, and they're really, really pretty. They're really pretty, but there's a thing called a Belgian hare. I think they're really pretty. Fight more than rabbits do it. See, Holland lop rabbits, at least at least the ones that I have experience with, are incredibly calm. Sophie Miller, I could probably bless you with 300 Bible verses, but it's just not like the place. I don't know what else to say. Like, I have Bible verses on my arms. I just don't think people come on a YouTube live, at least not this kind of YouTube live, to talk about being blessed. Well, let her be. Well, it's just, one smart ape. It's one after the next, after the next, after the next. Oh, Lee. I'm just, people like are constantly coming into the chat saying stuff like, and it's just like, I have Bible verses on my arms. I know where I'm headed when I die. I'm very at peace with it. And people come in and it's just like, I'm not sure it's the place. Like, and I always like to say, if you want, like, would you walk up to a complete stranger in Walmart and say it to them? Then maybe go to Walmart and do it. But this, like, platform, I'm not sure why people choose to, like, come on here and, like, even the people that come in and, like, Trump is this, and, or Joe Biden. Okay, I don't want to talk about Joe Biden. I don't want to talk about Trump. And quite frankly, when we're on here, this isn't, like, a religious, like, chat. It's we're usually talking about, like, animals. And that's kind of what it's like, going into, like, a history class and being lectured on mathematics. It's just, you know. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna drink. And I'm not trying to be like a jerk. I just think there's a time and a place for things, and this isn't it. So, anyways, Trump is an orange. Okay. Anyways, no, when Lovey, like, I took the halter off and the other horses were in the paddock, and I fully expected her to book it back to them because they were calling to her. Like, I have it on voiceover, and so you guys can't hear it, but the other horses, while I'm working with Lovey, the other horses were calling to her. And so I'm sorry, Stephen Holmes, that's hilarious. I don't even care if that's a diss and meant to be disrespectful. That is funny. Oh, that's funny. That's actually hilarious. I watched the People of Walmart videos because they're so good. They're so funny. People of Walmart, fantastic. I'm sorry, that was a good comment. That was, there are certain digs that, yep, I'll take it. That's hilarious. I'm not qualified for Walmart. That might be a good thing, Spruce. That might be a good thing. No, it was just the horses were calling to her. So when I took her halter off, I fully expected her to bolt her butt back in there. And the fact that she just stuck around with me, I thought that was really cool. I'm trying to get my phone somewhat charged so I can go to the piano and play a tune. But my phone's charging and I don't want to take it off early and then be like halfway through my tune and then I have to stop because my phone isn't charging. Thank you, Lee. I am still getting the hang of, like, editing and stuff. Pork and alcohol are syndicate. Well, I don't know. I'm drinking LaCroix. It's not alcohol. Yeah, I think so too, Spruce. I think she's definitely been worked with. It was not her first rodeo. And hey, Donnelly, Donnelly, can you tell me what your Oh, Teresa's here? I don't see Teresa Cook. Am I missing Teresa? Oh, there she is. Duh. Hi, Teresa. Donnelly, I had a question for you. I saw your comment on Lovey's video and it was sad faces. Can you LaCroix, LaCroix, Lacrosse, Lacroix. Oh, you guys! Oh my gosh, John Yoder. That is Big John's. That is where Big John went. Donnelly, Donnelly, Donnelly. Oh, Donnelly. So John Yoder, who just commented, he has Big John. You guys better show him some kindness because he is fantastic. He is a wonderful human being. We're doing a live. I said, John, I feel very weird because in all of my lives I have a horse with me on one side or the other, and I don't have a horse. And I suppose I could bring one of the minis in the house, but I don't have the horse horse by me, and I feel very, very weird without a horse here. Yes, he has Mr. Big John. I was just telling somebody was asking me how Big John was, and I was telling them that Big John was in a Santa hat, also catering to Mr. and Mrs. Claus. So, super awesome. Super cool. I'm gonna have to get a horse next to me. I feel very, very odd. So even if it's not one of my horses. Oh, I did want to show you guys. Donnelly, I thought you would think this is cute. This is what my husband got me for Christmas. It says, "Hold your horses." Yeah, you guys, when John met Big John, well, first off, when I found out his name was John, I was like, this is a weird coincidence. But when John met Big John, it was like instantly Big John was like at ease with him, and it was amazing. It was really awesome. Isn't that cute? I love that picture. Hold your horses. I thought it was really, really cute. But there was like an instant connection there, instant, and it was like I was like a little apprehensive about it. And like as soon as they met, I was like, oh yeah, 100%. Knew it was definitely the right thing, and it's just like every day since, there's not a day that I regret that decision. He he looks amazing. I don't even know how to. Oh, I people call it LaCroix here, but I live close to La Crosse, Wisconsin, so sometimes I just call it lacrosse. Yeah, yeah, Donnelly. I mean, I'm not like Donnelly. It's hard because I I I don't bail with the intent of rehoming because I get too attached. I'm s- and to be honest, I was getting attached to Big John, but it was just not the right fit and not the right place for him. But I'm like so attached to Little John. I don't think I could ever let him go. And little Rosalina, like, not happening. But I think for John, it was helpful that he was a lot for me and that I didn't have draft experience. I think that was kind of almost a helpful thing because when he started to get like kind of like bored, and wanted to do something, it was like I didn't know what to do with them because I couldn't give them a job. Oh, Teresa, you guys are so kind. Thank you guys, because John's awesome. Like, John's awesome. I'm really excited because I'm pretty sure I've talked my husband into taking me up to see Big John on my birthday next month, which would be amazing. I'm really, really, really excited for that. So that would be an amazing birthday. And apparently we can go on a ride through the woods, or depending on if they have snow, a sleigh ride would be so cool. But just seeing him again, he he's such a magnificent beast of a horse. It just would be amazing to see him again. I wonder if he would remember who I am. I always think about that. Like, I wonder if he would remember who I am. I wasn't sure. I think Lovey. I don't think Lovey was abused. I think Lovey was neglected because she was so underweight. She was so underweight. But I don't think she was abused. She just doesn't act like she was abused. But she didn't like halters at first, and she didn't like the lead rope, and she didn't like equipment. When she saw like anything equipment related, she would run away. And then once like we built the trust, now she comes right to me. But Big John was the same way. I mean, he was like, he didn't know what a treat was. He like didn't come running when I came out. He kind of like he didn't run away from me, but he didn't really know what to do with me exactly. And then it just took like a week of like just carrying a peppermint or something, and then it was like he knew exactly who I was, and also feeding because he was on a refeed program. Oh, I hope he does, John. I really hope he does. But then also food is sometimes the way to a horse's heart, I feel. They're kind of like men. And when you're coming out to feed every, for John, it was every 2-3 times a day that he was getting fed and getting grain, and he knew. He knew when I came around it meant food. And so he was, it got to be where, you come out and he just come right to you. And he wasn't nervous about like me putting the halter on. It took a little bit and we were still working on it, even just putting his head down. He wouldn't throw it way up because obviously if he did that, I never would have. He was so tall, I wouldn't have been able. But he didn't like bring it down and drop it in. I was used to Norman and Moo, who literally like put their own halter on, and if they could tie it, they totally would. And John wasn't. John was getting used to like putting his head down and dropping it, but Lovey, I never thought, just with the damage that was in her head, I just wondered the first week and a half, 2 weeks I had her, if I was ever going to touch her face, because she was nervous around her head, which for good reason. If you have a halter grown into your head, you're bound to be sensitive about it. But now it's like she kind of likes me to like itch and scratch around that area, and I'm tall as well. I'm 5'9". So I'm taller, but I was used to, and that's the thing too, is I was used to horses that just dump their head right in there and practically put it on themselves. And he was just a big dude. And he was learning like just putting pressure on the pole and then dropping. So put pressure on his pole and then he would drop it. But then he would start to put it back up as soon as I put the halter on. So I'd have to do that a couple of times. But Lovey really, as soon as she feels any form, she puts her head right down. I really like how I mean, I know Arabs get a bad rap for being sensitive and being the way they are, but and they call them hot and they call them like reactive, but there's some really beautiful things to be said about that. They're so receptive. They're so sensitive to what's going on, and they connect so well with children. I try to make sure the kids don't yeah, me too. I just adore them. They're such a beautiful breed. They're so unique. I try not to let the kids right now with Lovey not they really, really love to hang on the horses, and with Lovey, I don't trust her enough to let them do that. But the other night I was feeding the minis, and I didn't see my daughter go in there, and she's 5, and she goes, Lovey's my favorite, and she's up there right up, and Lovey's just gently, you know, sniffing her. And because I went in there, I was just like, oh my God, you know, I'm watching this, and Lovey tends to be, can be high strung. She can be a little bit reactive. So I just don't want the kids like going in there without me. And she's right in the pen. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I was just like, okay, I can't be reactive or she's going to be reactive. So I need to calm the heck down. And she was just fine. And she was petting her and and they were just fine, and it was just fine, but it scared the living daylights out of me. And I'm just like, you know, you guys got to remember that Lovey is new and she's not Normie. Normie, you can literally, they crawl between his legs, they hang on him, they give him kisses, they do everything with him, and it's just, that's Lovey right now. That's not her yet, but she seems to understand that they're kids because she's very careful when the kids are in there. Very careful. But still, that was a little too much for me. I'm like, quarter horses aren't my favorite. High strung. Yeah, and every horse is different. I've met some extremely crazy Arabians. I met some wild quarter horses. Every breed is so different and so unique. And they have unique personalities too. I know people have some negative experiences with minis and with ponies, but the minis that I have are just so incredibly sweet. So that stereotype about minis and ponies, I cannot relate. I just can't. Now, I did learn from having Big John, and I think also it was the fact that he was young. He was, ooh, yeah, what kind? What kind, Rose? Is his size matched with his power and his age and his spunk. He gave me a run for my money. I'll tell you what. He was the first, well, the first horse I built from the kill lot that had to be put down, that was Slim, and he was a draft cross that had so much sand in his stomach, and we had to put him down. He was a very old horse and very chill for a draft. John had energy, and he felt his oats, and he was a big boy. And I think that combined with the fact that I didn't have a lot of experience with drafts was, whew. He gave me but he was literally the sweetest horse. I mean, my gosh. I mean, you guys saw the videos. I could go sit in the pasture, and he would just come right up to me, and he was just the calmest, sweetest thing. He was one of a kind, I'm telling you. Their drafts, I would do a draft again. I would definitely do older. I didn't realize that he was so young. I would do a retired draft. Absolutely 100% I would do it again. That was fun. That was He was so much fun. But at the end of the day, if you rescue and it's not the right fit, you want them to be where they're supposed to be. And sometimes that takes realizing, like, I'm not it. And I wasn't. With dogs, I will approach any animal as soon as possible and give them the time to warm up to me. Spruce, that makes sense. Dogs are to, you know, yeah. Just letting any animal, just letting them approach you, letting them figure you out. I found that especially with dogs, because with our dog Puppers, the Amazon drivers that are too aggressive, she doesn't like. Anybody who is too friendly, she is very suspicious of why someone would be that friendly. She just is. Norman is the same way. My horse Normie. Anybody who's too friendly at first, he's like, what's the problem with you? Or people get into the dog's face and get a yep. Lee, I'm telling you, that would be Pupper. I'm so worried about Pupper sometimes, because I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about the people that come here, because it's like, if you are too friendly, she is not going to like you. Dwarf rats, is that a breed? I know, I want to look up dwarf rats now, because I was thinking, I've heard of dwarf hamsters, so it makes sense that there would be dwarf rats. But ooh, this is my cue to go. Thank you everybody for jumping on the live. I'm going to be jumping off the live. I appreciate all of you guys jumping on. It's always great to talk with you guys. Get input. I'm glad people are liking the video of Miss Lovey. John, if you're still here, John Yoder, you are amazing. Thank you so much for giving Big John the best home. He is a special dude. I hope that we can come up. Yes, I know I have, my littles are coming home, so I gotta take care of my littles. So I was waiting and I can hear the truck pulling in, so I'm like, yep, it's time to go. Otherwise we're gonna have a bunch of kids up in this live, and you guys know what happens when the kids get up in the live. It gets, well, the kids have been up in the live. Good night, Lee. Yeah, John, I hope John can come to, I hope you can come to more of the lives. Everybody, yeah, this guy is amazing. He has a Mr. Big John. So, yeah, I just have to jump on out of here. I have to do kid stuff, momming, but, ooh, John started a page. Absolutely, John, if you send me a link, if you don't mind, I would totally share it on my community page so that people could follow. He started a page, guys. Yeah, absolutely. I have had so Big John Rescue page. That's amazing, because I've had so many people ask me because they want to follow his story. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, John, please send it to me. See you guys on the next one. We'll do this one tag at a time. Good night.